Not a pretty sight, is it? 3 men dying on crosses. But then again, executions never are. So why are you here? What have you come to see? Or more to the point, what is it we're going to show you? The death of a man some called Savior, only through the eyes of those who were on that hill, that barren hill where no grass ever grows. All sorts of people.
Come down, Master. Save yourself.
Rebuilt any temples lately, King?
All sorts. Some who loved him, some who hated him, some who knew him, some who didn't. Yet all have their eyes upon the cross of the man in the center. The man named Jesus, or Master, the one you call Christ. See the one over there with the jewel breastplate? Lets everyone know he's connected with the temple. But what is a priest doing here? And that man coming this way still reeks of prison. I can smell him from here. Curious. He almost looks like he's celebrating.
How's the bread and fish business, Your Majesty?
Jesus, Jesus, save yourself. You saved others. Save yourself, Master. Come down.
Crazy woman, hold your tongue.
Oh, it's you.
What? Oh, good day.
Good day. It's a wonderful day. Bet you never thought you'd see me here today, did you? Not standing here big as life, you didn't.
Shh, not here. I'll talk to you later. People are watching.
Oh, you were glad enough to talk with me when you thought you could use me. Who is this man you got to take my place?
I didn't get him. I had nothing to do with it. The crowd chose you, Barabbas. Now hold your peace, and I'll discuss it with you later.
Oh, you'll discuss it with me now, or I'll tell everyone on this hill whose bloody hand it is that nailed him there. Now, who is he, and why do you want to kill him?
He's nobody, Barabbas, nobody at all. A fanatic. He's a vagrant from Nazareth, of all places. A gypsy sort who went around stirring up the rabble. That's all there is to it. Now, will you let me be?
Oh, since when do priests of Jerusalem get so excited over gypsies and vagrants that they dirty the fringes of their clothes attending crucifixions? You want to see him really dying, or are you just enjoying the view?
Barabbas, you're drunk.
Not too drunk to know that you want to see him killed.
What's causing you such tender concern for the man anyway? A man who's killed as many as you have, Barabbas, shouldn't be bothered by one man's death.
Because he's up there and I'm down here. I have a right to know who's taking my place.
That's very touching, I'm sure, but all I can tell is that the crowd asked for you.
You're lying. There's more to it than that.
You're a popular figure, Barabbas. You appeal to the popular imagination. Every red-bellied beggar, pickpocket, and thief in Jerusalem looks at you and says, "My, now that's a fine figure of a man."
Save it, camel breath. I just want to know why they chose him instead of me.
Because you hate Rome, and the rabble hate Rome. That's why.
What about him? They loved him. When he entered the city,
I know all about it.
they shouted. I thought they were going to knock the old praetorium over with all their shouting.
Rabble, that's all they were. Rabble, waving stolen branches. Lepers, cutthroats, tax collectors, trampling every garden in sight, stripping every respectable man's trees of their branches.
They loved him so much. Why did they ask for me instead of him? Why did they shout, "Crucify him"? Why? Or I'll break your dirty neck.
Certain expenditures were made.
There were 50, 60, 200 people. You can't bribe a whole crowd.
One doesn't need to.
You rat!
You'll regret that, Barabbas.
I don't think so. I have friends, Aaron, Bar, Esau. Just raise a hand, say a word against me, and you'll be afraid with every footstep you hear behind you, with every board you hear creaking at night, and with every whisper you hear outside your window, and then
I don't understand you. How many men have you killed, and yet you're concerned with one man's death?
he was a good man. Have you ever known a good man, Aaron?
Well, I know him, and he was an imposter.
He was a good man, and he loved me.
What? He loved you? Who could love you, Barabbas?
He could, that's who.
How do you know? Tell me. I'm interested.
I know, I just know. I know because he looked at me. Did he ever look at you?
He looked at me.
What was it like?
He looked right through me, right into me. It were as though he were seeing my very thoughts, reading my mind. He made me ashamed.
And so you hated him, and you decided to take his life?
What? No, I was saving yours. I should think you'd be grateful.
I wonder why I'm not.
Gratitude comes hard to some people. Or could it be that you're a convert? You wouldn't happen to be a convert, would you, Barabbas? You?
He was a good man.
Oh, well, perhaps then I'll arrange for the soldier to take him down and put you up there in his place.
Try it and see what happens.
Oh, you think I won't?
Yeah.
Officer!
Officer, we're just saying hello. Agree with me. Agree with me.
No problem here, officer. Just saying hello.
So much for that little idea.
Then you wouldn't die for him.
No. What man would? If it came to a choice between me and him, then let him stay up there.
Have no fear, gentle Barabbas. He will. He will. You know, for a moment there, I thought he might have influenced you.
All he did was make me sick to my stomach over lice like you. Get away from me. Go back to your temple and your prayers. Maybe you can pray away your guilt.
Of what am I guilty? Of saving your life? Of saving Israel from the destruction of the law? The defilement of the faith? The ridiculing of tradition?
It's strange, isn't it, how a man can find the best of reasons for the worst of deeds.
You should know, Barabbas. You should know. Now, if you'll excuse me...
One more thing before you go crawl back under your stone. You were at the trial. What did he say in his own defense? And how did he defend himself?
He didn't. He simply ignored the questions, or else asked irrelevant ones in return.
He was fighting for his life and he didn't defend himself?
I'd hardly call just standing there, fighting for one's life. He obviously realized he was wrong and we were right, so he gave himself up.
He realized you were right. Don't make me laugh. He didn't put up a fight. And there he hangs, and here I stand.
That's right, Barabbas. In a way, he died for you. Now, what are you going to do for him?
What can I do? He's dying. I can't pull the nails out, and yet,
Yes?
if there was something, I think I would do it.
Provided it isn't too much trouble.
A man is dying for me. What will I do about it?
Let me know if you ever make up your mind.
A man is dying for me. What will I do about it?
Go your way, Barabbas. You were just a minor character in the drama of the Christ. But oh, if you let him, he can be a major character in the drama of your life. For he died for you just as he died for us.
Excuse me, sir. Did you see a girl a little bit taller, a little younger, dark hair?
We're on a different part of the hill now. That crate there holds military gear of some sort, I would expect. That won't stop Sarah from sitting on it. Here she comes now, right on schedule. Sarah never misses a crucifixion if she can help it. Works as a maid somewhere. A maid. Wasn't there a maid who spoke to Simon Peter in the courtyard?
Leah! Well, she can't say I didn't try. I'm hoarse from shouting. It's no wonder I can't find her in a crowd this size.
Sarah, there you are. I've been looking for you everywhere. How long have you been here?
Long enough to grow hoarse from calling your name. Let me tell you, Leah, people looked at me, shouting as I was, all about this here hill.
Did you have any trouble getting away? I simply said we were out of oil and went right out the door, bold as you please. My, there is a crowd.
I saw the most handsome soldier a few minutes ago. He looked at me as though he weren't really looking at all. But I went right on. Imagine.
The nerve of these Romans. What's in the basket?
Let's sit and I'll show you.
Do you think we ought to? What if it belongs to that soldier over there? The one in charge?
We can just move if he comes back. Besides, he isn't all that bad looking.
Sarah!
Don't be silly, Leah. Just see what I've brought. Bit of fruit, some bread, and look.
My, aren't we eating fancy these days?
The master was so upset. People were coming and going all evening. He could hardly eat a bite. Here, have a leg.
Oh. This is good.
It ought to be. After all, it's been blessed by a high priest. Just think, Leah, me working for a high priest. Imagine.
It staggers the imagination, Sarah. It really does. When did it begin?
You know, I've been there for about
The crucifixions.
an hour ago. I remember my first crucifixion. I was so upset I could hardly eat.
Things like this are upsetting to a sensitive person.
I'm still very sensitive. But I can eat. It's a shame, isn't it?
What?
Killing 3 perfectly good men and us without husbands.
Well, they can't be perfectly good or they wouldn't be up there.
You know what I mean. One of the women who was here from the start said it was just awful, the language they used.
Really? I'm glad I wasn't here then. The one in the middle doesn't look the type.
No, it was the other 2. They screamed and swore something terrible. But the one in the middle, he's hardly made any noise at all.
Have they had the drug yet?
Those 2 have. The one in the middle refused it.
Imagine. I'd never refuse it. Oh, Sarah, how do you suppose it feels?
Just terrible, that's how. I feel sorry for them, even if they were wicked.
What did they do?
Those 2 were thieves.
And the other?
Wait till I tell you about him. He was brought to our place last night. He was so close to me as they took him up the stairs, I could have reached out and touched him.
No.
Yes, and something else. 2 of his men were with him. One of them was a big bruiser, and the other one,
Yes?
he wasn't as broad in the shoulders, but he didn't need to be.
Good looking?
Was he?
Did he notice you?
I'll say he did. I'm the one who let him in.
Imagine.
Have another piece of chicken?
Some bread if you have some.
Good, isn't it? Well, I spoke to the one with the broad shoulders. I said, you were with him, weren't you? And he denied it.
Sarah, you didn't.
I did, and we all spoke to him and accused him of it. I could tell right off by the way he spoke. You know how funny they talk around Galilee, don't you? He couldn't tell me he wasn't one of them.
Oh, I could never do a thing like that. Was he angry?
Angry. He was furious. Leah, he actually swore at me in front of all those people.
I would have just died. Then what happened?
Something mighty interesting, believe me.
What, Sarah, what?
When they brought the prisoner back, the one in the middle there, Jesus, they call him, this Jesus gave old Blustery a look.
What kind of look?
I can't rightly say. It made me sort of think of my mother. When one of the neighbors caught me doing something wrong, she was angry that I'd done it, but at the same time let me know that no one was going to lay a hand on her daughter but her. Loving, kinda.
No.
That's how it struck me. Then old Grizzly Beard turns around, runs to the gate. Well, it was barred, naturally. He just beat on it until I showed him how to get out. And Leah,
Yes? Yes.
he crying like a baby. That grown man was crying.
Sarah, if you weren't telling me yourself, I'd never believe it from anybody else. A big man, too.
I'll say. See that fellow over there? About that size.
Sarah, that Jesus one is saying something.
Poor fella. But you can't blame his father for not being there. This would be enough to make anybody... Leah?
Yes, Sarah?
That one over there, the one I said was the same size as old Grizzly, that's him.
No. Oh, Sarah, I'm frightened. Do you suppose he'll do anything?
Not him. I think I'll go speak to him.
Sarah, you mustn't. Everyone will think you're that kind of person.
Not if I speak respectfully. Until everyone knows we know each other socially.
What do you want to do that for?
I just do, that's all. Come with me.
Oh, no.
Do you want to stand here alone?
Please don't leave me, Sarah.
May I wish you a good afternoon, sir? You'll recall we met last night at the home of the high priest.
We met?
I let you in. You're the one who said you didn't know him.
I did know him. I guess I did say that.
Oh, you knew him all right. You were one of his followers.
I was one of his followers, but I didn't know him. I wanted to, and I thought I did, but I didn't really know him. None of us did.
You were pretty sad last night, weren't you?
You baited me last night. Wasn't that enough?
I suppose that's why you cried? Or was it because you were afraid?
Sarah, I need to talk with you a minute. It's important.
Later, Leah.
Now, Sarah, it's important.
I can't believe you spoke to me like that. What's so important that you...
Sarah, I don't think you realize how loud you're talking. Everyone can hear. People are looking.
Let him look. Let him see what kind of man he really is.
But you're hurting his feelings, Sarah. That's his friend they're killing.
Is that all you wanted to tell me? Let go of me. You don't deny I spoke to you in the courtyard last night, do you? Oh, it was him, all right.
Sarah doesn't mean to be unkind. She doesn't understand.
Just who do you think you are, Leah, butting in like that?
How can you stand there and argue with this going on?
I couldn't let her say such unkind things to you.
Let her say what she likes. What does it matter?
See, Leah? Besides, I wasn't being unkind, just truthful.
But you practically called him a coward.
The only name that hurts is the one that he called me. The Rock.
The Rock, but that's not unkind.
It was his way of saying he had faith in me.
The rock? A rock that weeps and runs away? He didn't know you very well.
Oh, he knew me all right. He knew my strength. He knew my weakness. He prayed for me.
Was he really such a wonderful man? I've heard some things about him. Wonderful things. That he was kind and good and that he could do things nobody else could do.
Leah, you never told me that.
There was nobody like him. You should have seen him with the little children, or the sick, and the hurt.
He sounds so kind.
He was too kind. He was even kind to the soldiers who arrested him. I could tell he forgave them.
Oh, I could never do that.
There was a man there. I drew my sword. and I cut off his ear. And he healed it. He was on his way to his death, and he broke away from the soldiers long enough to heal a stranger.
Just a minute. Just who was this man whose ear you cut off?
I don't know, just some man that was there. He was healed. That's what's important.
It wasn't a soldier, was it? If it was a soldier, they'd have killed you on the spot.
It wasn't a soldier.
There's talk of a slave going around. A slave who was struck with a sword. It was him, wasn't it? A slave. All you could do was attack a helpless slave.
Shut your mouth, slut!
Slut!
Stop it! Sarah! Isn't there enough suffering on this hill already?
I must say, Leah,
Not to me, Sarah. Say it to somebody else. Now, sir, this friend said that he was the Son of God.
We thought so. All of us. But we were wrong. Just look at him. He's flesh and blood like everybody else.
yes, sir, this brave man here takes it out on a helpless slave.
You said that before, Sarah. Now stop drawing attention to yourself.
Well, Leah,
I'd like to know more about him, if you would.
All I can think about is last night. I saw him last night as they were taking him away. And he looked at me.
Was he angry?
He should have been. He must have been. But he wasn't. Not like he was in the temple.
What kind of look was it then?
It's the look you wear when your heart is broken. It's the look you wear when your dreams have died.
The poor man. I wish I had known him.
Don't say that. Just give thanks to your God that you didn't. And there's a stranger up there. To have known him. To see him now.
This must be awful for you.
I love that man. More than I loved a parent, a brother, a wife, or a friend. I once said I'd die for him. If only I could. If only it was as easy as that.
well, Leah, fine friend you turned out to be.
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Sarah, but couldn't you see what you were doing? Couldn't you see how he was suffering?
Chaff and thistles, Leah. If he were such a good friend of Jesus, why didn't he do something for him when they arrested him?
Maybe he was too scared. That
I
doesn't-
heard what he said about dying for him. I'd like to see him. Let this happen all over again, he'd run and cry just like before. That's what he'd do.
I don't think so.
Believe what you like. I shouldn't even offer after the way you treated me, but more chicken?
No, Sarah. He wouldn't run away. Not again.
So, Leah, you think people can change, do you? Sarah doesn't. A preacher might say, we've done our share of denying Christ. Is there any hope for us? Look hard at the man you call a coward, Sarah. People in future years will talk about the way he died. Crucified like his master, only head downward. Too humble to die in quite the same way. Does that change your opinion, Sarah?
Wine, sir, it's nice and cool. I keep it in the stream overnight.
Not the sort of place you'd expect to find a lad of his age, is it? Nor a beautifully dressed young man like that one. He has servants around somewhere. He must be rich. Not like the one who keeps wiping his eyes there. Not much in common, have they, these three?
Wine, sir, it's nice and cool. I think you'll like it.
No, thank you.
I keep it in the stream overnight. It's just a thing for a warm day.
No, thank you.
Please, sir, it will help me out a great deal.
Persistent, aren't you? Sorry, try someone else.
I'll come back to you, sir, in case you change your mind. Wine, sir, it's nice and cool.
What?
I'm selling wine, sir. It's nice and cool.
You're selling wine at a crucifixion? What kind of event do you think this is?
The kind where gentlemen get thirsty.
Does it look like there are any gentlemen here?
You are here, sir.
Do I look like a gentleman? Try the one over there in the fine clothes. He looks like he's got plenty of money.
I tried him. He said no.
Who sent you here, boy?
My father. He says I should see what happens to people who go to the priests or the Romans.
Or put their trust in God?
I didn't hear what you said, sir.
Good. Hey, go bother Mr. Moneybags.
Sir, have you changed your mind about some wine?
I have not, and I'll thank you, sir, not to use this poor child to annoy me.
Buy some wine if you're concerned about him, then.
The last thing I want is wine.
Here's another lesson for you, boy. The way the rich stay rich is by hanging on to their money.
Well, why should I buy wine I don't want?
Because the boy is so poor he doesn't own a pair of sandals.
Then why don't you buy it for him then?
Empty is a rich man's heart.
I'll buy it for you then,
Oh?
if you promise to drink it.
It's not really bad, sir, and my father gets terribly angry if I don't sell much.
He accepted gifts. Sure, boy, pour me some wine. Courtesy of the rich man.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, hey, not so much. That's enough.
It's all the same price, sir. Half cup or a full cup.
Cheeky little beggar, aren't you?
My father tells me what to charge.
Here.
I don't have any change, sir.
Oh, keep the change.
Sure you don't want some wine?
Quite. Your father tell you not to carry any change?
He thinks of everything. I'll be back in a minute.
Wait, don't you want your cup back?
I carry two. Take your time, sir.
I'll do that all right.
Thanks again, both of you.
His father deserves a sound thrashing. Sending a child to a crucifixion?
The boy has to eat.
It's his father's job to feed him.
That's not always easy.
Well, if a man is willing to work,
And what would you know about work?
I'm the idle rich, am I? I heard you call me Mr. Moneybags.
Well, if the shoe fits.
Why are you so quick to judge me? You don't know anything about me. You've never seen me before.
I know enough. And I have seen you before.
Oh?
I remember the hat. Probably cost a poor man's wages for a week.
And where do you see me in my hat?
Oh, you were standing on the side of the road with your servant, watching him, listening.
Well, I'm sure I'm not the only man
You're
who...
the only one who ever asked, "What must I do to be perfect?"
Oh? How do you know?
For 3 years, I listened to would-be disciples. And nobody else ever asked.
You were a follower then.
And I'm a follower now.
Yes, there were quite a group of you, as I recall. Forgive me, but it didn't do him much good when it mattered, did it?
He didn't choose the most influential of people to follow him. Fishermen, most of us.
And you?
Tax collector. For the Romans. You're taking a big chance, you know, talking to Matthew, the once notorious Levi the tax collector. Somebody might see you.
A tax collector? And how did the others take it when you joined up?
They weren't exactly overjoyed, but they did accept me.
Well, I'm surprised.
They probably accepted me a little more over a couple of months. Why?
Well, I certainly don't need to tell you that those who collect taxes for the Romans are not exactly revered by their fellow Jews.
If you follow him, you try to think like him.
Was that difficult?
Well, you'd never make it.
What makes you say that?
That boy selling wine. What did you see when you looked at him?
I saw a rather dirty boy, poorly dressed, selling wine. What did you see?
I saw a hungry boy, a barefoot boy, an exploited boy. I saw a child of God.
What an interesting expression, Matthew, formerly Levi.
An interesting expression? That's all it is to you? It was the basis of everything he taught.
Not quite everything. One of his teachings was, the poor you have with you always.
Oh, he said that all right. But when he looked at them, he didn't see them for their poverty. He saw their needs. He saw their faces.
You're not drinking your wine.
I tasted it.
I expect it's rather poor.
Terrible.
Then why do you drink it?
Oh, you think I'm going to throw it out on the street where he'll see it? The boy has to sell the stuff. It's not going to help him to know how bad it is.
And the next man? Let the buyer beware?
The next man might like sour wine.
Is all this his philosophy? Maybe I should have a go at it.
No, you wouldn't have lasted out the week. You're soft.
You think so?
You were afraid to follow him, weren't you? Afraid you wouldn't eat regularly. Afraid you'd have to sleep on the ground like we did.
It wasn't that. I had responsibilities. People depending on me.
So did we.
And did they like it when you became disciples?
About as much as you'd expect. Thought we lost our minds.
Well, it's 3 years later. Were they right?
Maybe they were.
So, you've had second thoughts. Regrets, perhaps?
Second thoughts? Lots of them. Regrets? Never. Can you say the same?
About what?
About turning him down.
Well, he didn't want me. Not really.
He didn't ask anybody he didn't want.
Well, I suspect he thought I had money.
Money? The last thing he thought about was money.
Everybody thinks about money. It's unavoidable.
Not for him, it isn't. Was it?
Well then, how did you live? You didn't beg, did you?
We simply trusted in God to take care of us. He called him... Wait, why am I telling you all this?
He called God what?
The Heavenly Father. Hey, laugh at me and
And you'll what?
I'll be very, very sorry for you.
Well, that isn't what you started out to say.
Old habits die hard.
He changed you then.
He changed everyone he ever met. It wasn't always a big change, and we didn't always know it, but we were changed. All of us.
Well, I met him.
Then you're changed.
You seem to forget. I told him now.
And here you stand. Why?
I don't know. But I do know he didn't change me.
You're wrong.
Well, what was it like following him?
You would like 3 years and 3 minutes, would you?
I'd like to know what it was like.
It was exciting. It was frustrating. It was believing in a better world than I ever thought possible. It was being at home in a world where
Yes?
he prepareth the table for me in the presence of my enemies. That's what it was like. But it didn't occur to me at the time.
The day I saw you, the 12 of you, you were all so happy, so carefree. You were all laughing.
Maybe we were laughing at you, the very, very rich. You were so poor and you never knew it.
Go on.
It was being hungry and laughing about it. It was being jeered at and actually enjoying it. It was seeing wonderful things.
Such as?
We saw cripples throw away their crutches and walk, jump, and leap even. We saw a blind man open his eyes and stammer and shudder and shout for joy. I saw a nothing woman become somebody. What was it like? It was saying, I'm here because God wants me here. He has a use for me. He cares for me.
Well, do you still think so, now that all of this has happened?
I haven't decided. But I do know they were the 3 greatest years of my life. Thank you for the wine.
Through with the cup, sir?
Oh, right. Here you are.
Thank you. Another cup, sir? Your friend will probably.
Oh, no more. How's business?
Rotten. People think I'm selling bad wine.
Strange.
How about you, sir? Are you thirsty yet?
It's only been 5 minutes since you. Oh, why not? Pour me a cup.
Right away, sir.
I'll be going now. But one thing first. I was right, you know. You think about it, and you'll have to agree with me.
Right about what?
What I said before. Shalom.
Wait, what in particular?
About him.
You aren't going to drink it, sir?
Of course I am. Very nice.
Glad you like it.
Wait, right about what? Right about what?
Sir, you haven't paid me for the wine, sir.
Right about what? Whatever it was, our rich young ruler friend has a whole lot to think about. It takes all kinds to make a world, doesn't it? And it takes all kinds to people a hill during a crucifixion.
Hey there, King. How you feeling today, Your Highness?
That's one kind.
How does your throne feel, King?
And the woman saying nothing over there, that's another kind. Why is she here? What is she feeling? And the man over there, better not get too close. He has a sense of desperation about him. Strange what paths cross the grim, bloody hours when the Romans crucify.
Hey, Your Majesty, is that peg comfy? They take this peg, see, and they make up...
I know.
Oh, you do, huh? Most people don't. They think it's just the nails. They use nails all right, but they also take this peg...
I know.
Oh. Which one of them apes is the queen, King? Called himself King of the Jews. Only the Jews didn't want no king.
Thank you.
Yeah? What are you so proud about?
Excuse me. I have a friend I see I must speak to.
Too good to talk to me, huh? Maybe you're a friend of his.
I have nothing to say to you. Release me, please.
Release me, please. Well now, what a fine lady this is. Maybe you're one of the princesses. Hey, now look here. This is one of the princesses, daughter to the king up there. Watch this, princess. I wonder how the king would like a present from one of his royal subjects. I've got another, Your Highness.
No, don't.
Why not? He's a phony. That's what he is.
Why do you hate him so? What did he
I
do to
know
you?
his type. I even went to hear him once. I'd heard all about him, feeding everyone with bread and fish. But the day I went, he got scared, turned tail and hid in the hills. I never even seen him.
So you'd stone him for that?
Why are you so interested in the King of the Jews? Could it be that you...
Please. I can look no longer. I feel ill. I must go.
Oh! The princess feels sick. She needs a healing. Tell you what, princess, I'll get his attention for you.
Please don't.
Oh, here's one. This'll do the job. Who do you think you
Drop
are?
that stone!
Get your dirty hands.
Drop it, I said! Do you feel that, daughter of a mule?
What's the big idea? Who do you think you are?
Quiet! I'd just as soon stick it right through you. Shut your arrogant mouth!
I was only trying
Well,
to...
stop trying.
I have friends in this crowd. If they find out you're threatening me...
And I have friends in this crowd who hate loudmouth women. And if you, as so much as say another word, you'll feel how sharp our knives are.
I was only...
Go, and not another word, if you value that loud tongue of yours.
Bully. Probably one of them himself.
Oh, thank you. I can't tell you how
If
grateful that I
she
am.
so much as looks at another stone,
But how could she do it? How could she even bring herself to throw even a pebble at him?
you knew him?
He healed my son.
He healed many.
Oh, did you?
No, that's just what I heard.
Others tried to heal him and failed. The physicians, one after the other, but they could do nothing. But then Jesus laid his hands upon him, looked him in the eyes, and smiled. And my boy,
He was made well.
how could anyone hate him? Yet they did. The men came to me after the healing. They tried to say that my boy hadn't really been ill. They tried to convince the mother who had nursed her child from infancy that I who had spent everything that I had on the physicians, that my child hadn't really been sick.
They were jealous of him.
They were hateful. They actually hated him. I don't see how anyone could hate him. Wherever he went, wherever he spoke, there were crowds of people who loved him.
Or else loved the loaves and the fishes.
Pardon me?
It was nothing. You were saying.
They actually offered to pay me money if I would lie and say my child hadn't been sick. Oh, they did it cleverly, all right, but it was there just the same. They wanted me to lie, to deny that the healing really happened.
You refused, of course.
I had never before ordered anyone out of my home, but I did that day. I just couldn't believe the audacity.
They think they can buy anybody.
Well, they must have succeeded a great deal in buying a great many people. How else could this have happened?
But it wasn't for the money that
Yes?
I would say he was betrayed. Men can have other motives.
How can men be so wicked?
Maybe it wasn't wickedness. Some said he wanted to be king. Some said he could be king. And others tried to force his hand to
Who can be so foolish? Since when does kingship and kindness go hand in hand?
But he could have been king. He could have done so much for the people. His people. If only he tried.
He could have. What more could he do than he already did?
He could have raised an army.
Shh. This is not the time or the year to be talking like this. The Romans. I must go. Good day to you, and thank you.
Don't go.
Why?
Maybe there's something a woman can do. Maybe his mother might come.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
She might just the same.
You're more involved in this than you'd care to admit. Are you a follower?
There were many followers. Multitudes once.
But you're more than part of the multitudes. You knew him personally.
Yes, I knew him.
Did you try to help him? Did anyone try to prevent this? Who condemned him? Who accused him?
The priests! The filthy, lying, grasping priests. They hated him! Well, because he turned our tables in the temple? Because he saw dishonesty and called it by name? Because he saw the corruption and told what he saw?
But this is a Roman crucifixion. Do the Romans interfere in Jewish affairs now? Do the Romans so love the priests that they crucify the man that criticizes them?
I don't know. All I know is he doesn't have to hang there. He doesn't have a finger to defend himself.
Doesn't have to hang there? You believed in him.
He had such tremendous power in his fingertips. All he had to do was say the word, and legions of angels would come and just take him.
Shh. He's speaking. Oh, I didn't get to hear everything, just the end. For they know not what they do.
See, that's just it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't mean for him to die.
He may speak again. Those may be the last words he ever speaks. The man who healed my son, he spoke, and I didn't get to hear what he said. What did he say? I want to know all of what he said.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I stopped you from hearing.
He might have said something that you wanted to hear. There's one. I recognize him. It's one of his disciples. Maybe he heard. I'll go ask him. Maybe he knows.
One of the disciples?
Good day to you, sir. And thank you.
He may have said something you wanted to hear. What could any man say that I'd want to hear now?
We know who you are. You betrayed him, didn't you? Whether it was to force his hand or to put 30 pieces of silver in yours, you betrayed him. We'd never do such a thing. We might hedge a little or compromise a bit or tolerate some things in our businesses or in our communities that he would frown upon, but we would never betray him. We would never sell him for 30 pieces of silver. So stumble out of our sight, Judas. We'd never do what you did, but you make us uneasy just the same. There they are again, the 3 wooden crosses and the 3 dying men. Don't look at them. Human eyes were never intended to see such suffering. Look somewhere else. Look instead at that huge man right there. They call him a centurion. He's a Roman soldier and an officer. He commands a platoon of 100 men. Think how he must have felt when he gave the order to drive the nails through their hands, and particularly the one in the center. Do you think that maybe he thought about not giving the order? That would have been treason. This heat makes a man thirsty. Our old friend, the wine cellar boy, can hardly keep up with demand. There's another wine cellar, and it would appear even a centurion gets thirsty.
Boy! Boy!
Yes, sir.
What do you have there?
Wine, sir. Cool wine, sir. Feel for yourself. I keep it in a stream during the night. It's good wine, too.
Give me some.
Yes, sir.
Will this do?
Yes, sir.
Good. Wine's not half bad.
Glad you like it.
Wait, don't you want your cup?
I carry 2. Take your time, sir. I'll be back in a minute.
I want to talk to you.
You do?
This is no job for a lad of your age. How old are you?
I'm 13.
And is this the sort of place that you usually work?
Men grow thirsty at such a place, sir.
And the brook not far from here.
There's a saying, sir, that a demon inhabits the brook. All who drink of it grow sick.
Did you ever drink of it?
Once.
And did you grow sick?
No, but that was before I knew about the demon.
The demon is good for business.
I'm thinking of making him a partner.
That's an idea. Still, this is no place for a boy of your age.
My people believe a boy becomes a man at the age of 13.
Ah, so you're a Jew then.
I am a Jew.
What do you think of the one there in the middle? He's a Jew too, isn't he?
I'm sure he is guilty, or Rome would not kill him.
Guilty of what, boy?
Of whatever charge was made. Now I gotta go, sir. I still have half a jug of wine to sell.
Stay. Why are you so anxious to leave?
My business, sir, is selling wine.
And not talking to a Roman centurion, right?
My business is selling and not talking, as you point out, sir. Just as you point out.
Sharp tongue for a lad of your age, haven't you?
I mean no disrespect, sir. Honest, I didn't.
Easy, lad. Just watch the tongue a little more closely.
Yes, sir, I didn't mean to.
I know. Do you know what charge was made against the man in the center?
I heard many versions of the charge. One said that he threatened to destroy the temple.
Did you believe it?
Him? Destroy the temple?
What else did you hear?
That he claimed to be the Messiah. Ha!
Why the huh?
Does he look like a Messiah now?
Did you hear other charges?
Another just as foolish, that he claimed to be the king of us Jews. We have no king but Caesar.
And prefer none at all. Do you think the punishment fits the crime?
Sir, I may be a man in years, but you're asking me questions that would stump a rabbi. Why are you asking me all of these things?
Because you're a Jew, boy. Because I am interested in the reaction of a Jew who sells wine at the feet of a dying Jew, at the feet of a crucified Jew.
My father says it will teach me something about life.
He employs a hard teacher.
Life teaches a hard lesson.
You speak very well for a boy, a man of your age.
My father says I think and talk like a fool.
No evasions, boy. Why has your father sent you here today?
Why do you ask me?
Because I've been watching you, and you're not like the rabble that come here to be entertained. You're not standing there with tears streaming down your face like some of the women here and there. And you're not standing with a look of suffering like some of the men. You can barely stand to look at his cross. And once, when someone jeered, you winced as though you'd been struck in the face.
I thought he was a good man.
Thought, boy? Thought? Do you think so no more?
I don't know what to think. My father says...
I don't want to know what your father thinks. What do you think?
I'm not sure. Moses said, "Cursed be he who hangs upon the tree." And the rabbi says...
Forget the rabbi. Was he a good man?
He did kind deeds. He healed. He taught. He was wise.
Then why does your father dislike him so? Why do the priests hate him?
Not all of them do, sir. Rabbi Gamaliel...
He was convicted by the leaders of your people, boy. Why? Have you heard him at all since we hoisted him on his cross? Have you heard anything from him?
No, sir. The others are so...
Oh, he doesn't cry out like the others, does he? He doesn't scream and curse and blaspheme and dirty the air with filthy words.
Oh, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't, would he? He's different, all right. I didn't know he had followers as young as you.
I wasn't a follower. I just listened to him talk. But, well, he wasn't afraid of anybody, and he knew what he was talking about.
And what did he talk about?
About God.
About God? And he knew what he was talking about? That's a far different tune than the one you sang a few minutes ago, when you said he was charged with being the Messiah.
He is not the Messiah. The Messiah will be a warrior.
No. This man is no warrior. Is that what your father and the priests have against him?
My father and the priests are against him because he said God expects difficult things from us. Forgiveness and honesty. And he even said that...
What?
That we were to love you Romans.
Impudent rascal. Well, that is what his love got him.
Oh, sir, if only you could have heard him.
Oh, I heard him for an hour or so a year ago. And I heard him today, boy, when we dropped his cross into its socket. That's when they feel the pain. All the pain for the first time. I heard him. I've heard many at such a time.
What did he say?
He said, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do."
Boy, wine.
They're calling me, sir.
You may go.
Thank you, sir. What did you think of him?
I think... Go sell your wine, boy.
Boy, wine.
Come.
Over here.
Coming.
Are you leaving too, Centurion? Don't go too far, for you have yet to speak the single line in this drama that gives you your immortality. Funny thing, Matthew and Luke can't agree on just what it was you said. That he was innocent, a good man, or did you call him the Son of God? Whichever, he has left his mark on you, for you gave the order that crucified him, and we, in our seats, we have never given an order that crucified Christ. Have we?